Hello.
Oh, do y'all hear who's on the phone? You're on the show.
Oh, well, hey, listen, you got to give me just a minute here. I'm not up to date all this technology. I'm running Windows 98. Okay?
You had to close down a roller coaster tycoon.
Hey, I can tell you what, I'll be right back right there. Okay, but just want to make sure you boys is on the radio, TV show there, and we'll see you in a minute, all right?
Is that who I think it is?
That's who you think it is.
Oh boy,
90s fan guy coming on. There he is. 90s UT fan guy coming in. I got to start a little create highlight video here.
Oh,
here he is.
Boy.
Hey, fellas. Good to see you.
We've got the 90s UT fan guy. Did you give it your all and go to the Music City Bowl, or at least watch it there with
he
the
had to been
screen
there
and two antennas?
No, sir. I've been to the Music City Bowl already. I've got half, where they throw the water, like I did there at Ole Miss on top of me there back a couple of decades ago. And I now got one of these big old TVs, the kind you get only at Christmas, and we watched it here.
You ain't got to wait in line for the commodes at the house.
It's true. What'd he say about the commodes at my house?
You ain't got to wait in line. You ain't got to wait in line at the house.
Well, he may have to there.
Yeah, there's quite a few folks over here. Whenever we do game, we do it right.
Chili cook-off.
You said you got a chili cook-off?
I said, did you have a chili cook-off?
Dude, what? Hold on. I'm sorry, boys.
So, speaking of Music City Bowl, what do you think about that last play, overtime, goal line?
Well, we was robbed, I went ahead and shaved my mustache and beard right there when we won, just because it was going to be my thing. And now, it's only been 2 days, and here we are. I'm just, I don't know what to say about it. If it had 5 games that the Vols is involved in, and something wacky happens, it's four of them. We're in it, I don't understand.
Do you think that the NCAA or SEC will bring it up maybe to the NCAA this offseason about the fake injuries?
Well, them boys got to, when I was coming up, it was, just get them to the sideline and drag them on off right there. Now it's like you get 3 TV timeouts out of time every time somebody right there needs a cramp, and get them a little swig of that Gatorade. Got to be done about that, because it's just, it slows down our high-powered offense that we have not seen since 1993, Heath Schuler.
What do you think about Navy Schuler coming in? Is he potentially someone who could take the snaps?
He's the second coming of Heath Schuler, Bird.
No, see, I consider him more of the second coming of Jim Bob Cooter. He's going to be calling the plays on the side.
Now, you be easy about Jim Bob now, because he's my cousin. He's kin.
He's kin.
Yeah, he throw that ball out there at Thanksgiving like you wouldn't believe.
Sorry, guys. Y'all feel free to jump in and ask our 90s UT guest here.
What was the spread like at the house for the Music City Bowl? Did we go pizzas? Did we go wings? What were we doing?
Spam for sure.
The spread I got was 37.5 on Tennessee team total, and I took the over.
I believe he's talking on the food spread.
Yeah, talking about the eats. What were we eating that day? What is 90s
third quarter of
He said Miss Grissom spread.
Pimento cheese, orange right there.
Yep.
And Vienna sausages.
Pigs in
And
a
the
blanket.
beer?
Saltine.
Pigs in a blanket and Jack Daniels.
There you go.
George Dickel.
Yeah, but no, what y'all think right there? He's tugging on that boy's jersey. He had that home run right there down the sideline. I said, boy, I looked at myself and said, down the sideline, and they done held him again.
Quite a few of those missed. Pass interference that to benefit Tennessee missed, and then some of the pass interference against Tennessee, bad calls.
Boy, I tell you what, that one old boy, he's afraid to even touch it. That ball got thrown towards him. He just fell on the ground like a fainting goat right there. And then they went down the sideline.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, while we were awaiting you, 90s fan guy, we did a little trivia. And one thing I want to add to that is we got to guess on Jeremy Banks' tackles for the year. While he is not in first place in the SEC, he is beating Henry To'oTo'o's tackle.
Oh, that old traitor to Otomo. Yeah. That's impressive.
He just wanted to
year. And I reckon he ain't going to be talking about shooting no more cops and just now talking about playing football these days, and that's a good thing in my book. He needs to black blue and then make them black and blue there right there on the field.
So, speaking of Alabama, who do you have for the Alabama and Georgia for the Natty?
I got to tell you, boys, I don't know that I'd be playing it myself, but it's hard to stay away from Alabama as an underdog. This sounds like nightmare fuel if I was Georgia. So I just could see them coming in there and put that same wallop and they put on folks just all the time like that right there.
So your pick is Alabama?
Yes.
What's the score? What's the score?
Oh. Boys, I tell you, I think we're looking at something about like 31-21. Roll Tide.
So, all right, 90s fan guy, what do you think about all these so-called Tennessee fans saying that they're going to pull for Alabama over Georgia? They need to learn something. Am I not correct about who Tennessee's real rival is?
If somehow there could be some sort of one of them Al-Qaeda terrorist attacks, nobody got hurt, but it just made them both lose the game, it would be just great. That's how I feel about it. I ain't even going to put no money on it because Lane Kiffin done lost me $500 last night. So
I think he's lost you more than that. What did you lose on the Mustard Bowl?
Hey, look, listen here, right here. I bet 5-game parlay, 3-game parlay, and 3-game teaser. Lost every damn one of them in the fourth quarter. Watching football all damn day to see that crap. Football like that new big TV right there I was talking about. Throw the golf ball at it.
Bottle of mustard.
Now, we done used all the mustard on the pigs and blankets right there at the bowl game.
Makes sense.
I thought we was going to pull it out, though. I tell you what. Even amongst all obstacles that we encountered, I thought we was going to pull it off. But they've just, them boys, they done been putting detention once right there because they can't call the games good there, them ACC refs, and it's like, why you put them in the bowl game then? Isn't that what teams get rewarded, the bowl game, and then refs that are terrible get to go too? I just tell you, I'll say this, gentlemen, it's tough to watch these days because it ain't the same football. And I don't mean all that head knocking and, hawking on people trying to break their necks. That's fine. I'm old and But all this, in 2000, Jabbar Gaffney catches the ball and it's him and he drops it and it's a touchdown instantly. But today, you've got to catch the ball, switch it into the other hand, swap the changeover from one pocket to the other layer in your pants right there, and then do a tap dance on 3 steps before they'll call them catch. You know, man. Excuse my profanity. Excuse my profanity.
And on Sunday, too.
Well, I know.
So, being a Tennessee fan, do you go for Titans in the NFL?
Dude, what? No, sir. I didn't even know the Titans had played today until my buddy said he's coming home from it. And then I had to do that askyourdaddy.com or what is it, Google. And it said that they'd won by like 5 touchdowns damn near. So, you know, that's good. That's great. Now I guess I got to watch that if I want to keep watching football, you know.
Guys, y'all got any more questions for our special guest? You watch ladies basketball?
Oh boy, that's a heated, double-sided question.
Do you bet women's billiards?
No, sir. I think after what happened last night, I'm just going to shut that betting stuff back on down. It's been about 9 years, and it just orange ticker can't take it, man.
Yep.
I'm assuming you've had season tickets for about 40 years, and you won't be affected by the tear out of the seats just behind the Tennessee bench.
No, sir. We're going to remain intact where we're at, and that's great because it's never too late for the greatness of 98, and that's just one piece of, you know, the championship season that's still intact. You know, they keep tearing all that stuff out right there. They're tearing out the ghosts of a history kneeling at the cathedral of college football. You got to be real careful. You get some kind of, you know, big bad juju like we've had from what we've done to Phil Fulmer.
I don't even, what are they doing to the stadium? I actually don't know. What are they doing?
And the upper section opposite side, they are putting in a new Jumbotron, which right now they've got all the seats pulled out of that area. And then just behind the Tennessee bench, I saw the renovation schedule a couple of years ago. It got paused with all the changes, but they are adding in another one of the fancy centers that, you know, are kind of below deck and then come out to right behind the bench for visitors and blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
They're going to keep the troughs in the bathrooms, right?
I hope so.
They so need to. All that old tunnel section needs to go.
They're bringing back the Vols letters.
They are.
Original.
They are doing that. Well, of course, football over with. Men's basketball just really jumping into conference. We've got a couple games rolling out with Ole Miss, LSU, South Carolina, Kentucky, which is a big one on the 15th, and then into Nashville again for Tennessee versus Vanderbilt on the 18th. And hopefully, we're not shorthanded. Hopefully, everyone comes back and everyone stays healthy. And we start a little bit of dominating.
All you got to do is make the SEC championship, and you're fine in basketball.
Is this? I'm sorry, I'm confused. Is this part of where y'all talking about basketball?
We are. Are you not a basketball fan?
No, sir. I guess I'm not. But I appreciate you having me here on this special deal. I'd like to come back. You know, it's crazy seeing you talk there right there. You think how somebody looks, and then I see fellers, and well, Mr. Bird, I guess I thought you was going to be a little taller. That's all. But I hope I get to come back next year when we win the East, and you know, at some point, you know, where it's football time in Tennessee goes bellowing out throughout this great state. I just love to be able to ring it out with you boys. So I hope we'll see you soon, and go Vols.
Go Vols. And if anything, like Rad Remington predicted at the beginning of the season, we could have been a couple plays here, a couple plays there. We would have been East contenders this year. Maybe second place for second place. But yeah, with the way that they're recruiting and what's all the positive around and being on the national spotlight again, hopefully we're right there amongst the top of the East next year.
I can't wait. Well, I tell you what, it's a race to see whose belly's going to be bigger by this time next year. Mine are Coach Hype's, and you know what? We're just going to see what happens. But you boys enjoy your Bass Ladies women's basketball talk, and we'll see you later, all right?
See you later, 90s UT fan. And he shuts the laptop.
Man,
well, that was fantastic.
I'm just impressed he kept a straight face the whole time. That was the most impressive part.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Fans, we want to thank you for tuning in to another episode of Tennessee Fan Talk. With football's done. We're done. We'll maybe have a little bit of recruiting or maybe some arrest records during the offseason.
For Florida.
Especially for Florida. Oh, someone's done something to some poor cheerleader or something. Who knows?
Stole a laptop, something like that. Crab legs, whatever.
That's Tito's story there, the crab legs down in Florida. I want to thank that 90s UT fan guy, Rad Remington. Thank you so much for coming on to the show. We appreciate the involvement all season with the comments and the appearances.
Always a pleasure, boys.
We love you. We mean it.
Make sure follow us this off season. We'll continue in with basketball and with the baseball that Tennessee has. We'll maybe get to roll right on into the summer.
I like me some balls baseball, baby.
The
dollar hot dogs on Friday night.
I'm just glad we get to keep Coach. Glad we got to keep
Tony. Coach Tony.
Coach
Vitello.
Coach T.
Can't say he's Italian.
Yeah, that's okay. One hell of a baseball.
Olive Garden needs to sponsor us.
Because when you're here,
or Carrabba's.
Your family. Thank you again, guys. Remember that get online, give us a follow wherever you are. We are, and I'm looking for that. There we are. And we are TN Fan Talk.
Go Balls.